Hey everybody, my name is Steve Larson and I am from Littleton, Colorado. This is a picture of my family. That's my wife and my two little girls. That's Brinley and Maya. I am in the Army. That's me in uniform, obviously. And I absolutely love what I do. Both in the Army as well as I am actually an internet marketer. And it's a lot of fun, but writing is huge. And so here's a picture of some of the things that I've been doing just during this semester. For some companies, and I send a lot of ads and do a lot of email campaigns now. Thought I'd share some advice as to how you should write after we graduate. And the only reason I put that caveat on there is because we're in college right now, but when you actually go out and you put stuff out online, you're not going to write the same way that you did in college. If you're writing, for an audience that is full of college students or grad students or really high professionals, keep that high writing style. But if you're dealing at all with consumers, you cannot write massive paragraphs, with these big long sentences. Most of us are going to be working for a company that at least has a website, right? And so when you write on those, this is how you do it. My first piece of advice is that you have to use what's currently working. Meaning if you are tasked to write an ad or send an email to somebody, go Google that ad or go Google that email, see all the live ads that are popping up on the top and on the side, and mimic them, okay? Don't copy, don't plagiarize, don't do anything bad, but if somebody's already blazed the path as to what's working, that's the best way to not lose money for a company. Just go model what's already working out there, right? It's like rebranding the same product. Use what's already there's a time to be creative and a time not to be creative. Second piece of advice is you have to be edutaining. That's a word that's come to be now. It's 40% content and 60% story, okay? Most people, you can't just talk people to death, okay? They hate it. People like to learn and they like to laugh. This next piece of advice is something that my mentor did teach me. He said something to the effect of, remember that consumers don't care by default. They just don't care. They don't care who you are. They don't care about your company. They don't care about your product. They really don't. Unless it is this huge, massive amount of value up front and you can give some of it for free to develop a relationship, people just aren't going to care. You need to write in what I call short line. And so you need to write in what's called open sentences, meaning it takes somebody from one line to the next, so double space it. You need to put dot dot dots at the end of it. As cheesy as that sounds, it works. And you need to use small lines. Never, ever, ever in an email, in a social media post, in an ad, never have a sentence go from one side of the page all the way to the other. Wall to wall is a no-no. And so here's an example of that. This is the real life application. The reality is that we are all skimmers now, right? We go from the top to the bottom and we don't read every word. I don't. I never do. And that's how we get it now, right? And so you look at the example right there. What do you notice about it? There's dot, dot, dots after every single sentence, right? Or every single line, right? There's a part that's highlighted in yellow. There's a few pieces that are highlighted in bold. And those dot, dot, dots, funny enough, and the double space, funny enough, they keep people reading. And it's an easy, fast read. There's not huge lines. In fact, you only see one spot where there's two lines in that sentence, right? And that's even rare. I hardly ever do that. This sounds like a cheesy way to write, but it's extremely effective and it's a really cool way to write now. Anyways, that's all I really wanted to say. There's a recap, obviously. Use what's working. Edutain. Remember that consumers really don't care by default, so you really need to have something of value or just don't even publish, right? Whether that's a video or email, whatever it is, an article, some content, and then you write in short line. I've been doing this for about 2 years now. You never see anybody writing these huge dialogues, these massive stories. If people want that, they go buy a book, right? Guys, that's all I got for you. Talk to you later. Bye.